Coronation Street's Idris Nazir bonds with Sam Blakeman next week, when the teen worries about how his family see him after his schizophrenia diagnosis. Despite the heartwarming encounter, Idris is still facing a major legal challenge from Abby Webster. After Sam returns home from hospital, Leanne Battersby reveals that she has a new boyfriend who she'd like Sam to meet and introduces him to Idris. However, Sam soon struggles to settle back into Weatherfield, as David Platt refuses to let him hold baby Harper. Upset, Sam confides in Idris. Sam tells Idris about his fears that people think he's mentally unstable, and Idris opens up to Sam about his own memories of teenage anxiety, explains our Kabul source. Afterwards, Sam tells his dad Nick that he feels much better, but Idris has bigger fish to fry. When Leanne bemoans that Speed Doll co-owner Alia Nazir spends too much time on legal work, Idris surprises his cousin by offering to buy her share of the restaurant. But it's not the only shock he has in store for her. Idris and Alia have an important chat and more is revealed than Alia could have ever imagined, teases our insider. Fans will have to tune in to find out more, but there's definitely more to discover about the Nazir family. Later, Idris faces up to his nemesis Adam, who refuses to apologize for representing Abby in her mold case. So, Idris pays Brody Michaelis to teach Adam a lesson, and offers Abby $5,000 to drop the case. When Alia points out to Abby that the sum is better than nothing, will she relent and concentrate on her son's health, or take Idris to court for all he's worth? Coronation Street is set to deliver another touching chapter on the Kabuls as Idris unexpectedly becomes the person who helps Sam Blakeman take a huge step forward emotionally. After months of struggling with grief, anxiety, and the pressure of growing up too quickly, Sam finally finds someone who understands him in a way that nobody else has managed. The upcoming storyline promises heartfelt conversations, surprising friendships, and a breakthrough that could change Sam's future. For a long time, viewers have watched Sam carry the emotional scars left by the loss of his mum, Natasha. Although Nick Tilsley has done everything he can to support his son, and Leanne Battersby has tried to provide stability, Sam has often kept his deepest feelings locked away. Instead of talking about his emotions, Sam has buried himself in books, science projects, and quizzes. His intelligence has always been one of his greatest strengths, but it has also become a shield protecting him from dealing with painful memories. However, that shield is finally about to crack. The turning point begins when Idris notices something isn't right. Unlike many adults who try to force conversations, Idris simply offers Sam a listening ear without any expectations. At first, Sam is cautious and keeps his answers short, convinced that nobody could truly understand what he's going through. Idris doesn't push him. Instead, he shares stories from his own life, explaining how everyone carries invisible burdens. His honesty immediately strikes a chord with Sam, who slowly begins lowering his guard. As the pair spend more time together, they discover they have far more in common than either expected. Both enjoy learning new things, solving problems, and asking difficult questions about life. Their conversations quickly move beyond everyday topics, exploring grief, hope, and the importance of moving forward without forgetting the past. For Sam, it's the first time he's felt genuinely understood. The emotional scenes are expected to become some of the week's highlights as Sam finally admits how frightened he has been about disappointing everyone around him. He confesses that he constantly feels people expect him to be brave because he's clever. But being clever doesn't stop someone from hurting. Idris gently reminds Sam that intelligence and emotional strength aren't the same thing. Sometimes the bravest thing a person can do is admit they're struggling. Those words hit Sam harder than anyone realizes. Later, Nick notices a remarkable change in his son. Instead of hiding away in his room after school, Sam starts opening up about his day. He even laughs during dinner, something Nick hasn't seen for quite some time. Although the improvement seems small, Nick knows it's a massive step. He's relieved to see the sparkle slowly returning to Sam's eyes. Wanting to understand what's changed, Nick thanks Idris for spending time with Sam. Idris modestly brushes off the praise, insisting Sam deserves all the credit. He already had the strength, Idris suggests. He just needed someone to remind him. The emotional storyline also has a ripple effect across Weatherfield. Hope begins spreading among those closest to Sam, including Roy Cropper, who has always encouraged Sam's curiosity and love of learning. Roy notices Sam asking questions with renewed excitement instead of using knowledge as a distraction from his emotions. For Roy, it's proof that healing can happen even after unimaginable loss. Meanwhile, Sam surprises everyone by volunteering to help with a local community project. Previously, he would have avoided social situations, worried about saying the wrong thing or feeling overwhelmed. Now, encouraged by Idris' quiet confidence, Sam decides it's time to challenge himself. The project becomes another milestone in his recovery. As he works alongside neighbors of all ages, Sam rediscovers the joy of connecting with people instead of retreating into solitude. Viewers will also see emotional scenes between Sam and Nick, whose relationship grows stronger than ever. One evening, Sam finally tells his dad something he's kept hidden for months. He admits he sometimes avoids talking about his mom because he fears making Nick upset. Nick is visibly emotional as he reassures his son that remembering Natasha should never be something they avoid. Instead, they promise to keep sharing memories together. The touching father and son conversation leaves both in tears but also brings them closer than they've been in years. It's a moment fans have long hoped to see. Idris' influence doesn't stop there. Recognizing Sam's growing confidence, he encourages him to consider mentoring younger children who struggle with school or confidence. Initially, Sam laughs at the idea, believing he's far too young. But Idris points out that sometimes the best role models aren't the loudest or oldest, they're simply people who understand. The suggestion plants an important seed. Could Sam eventually become an inspiration to others facing similar challenges? Many viewers certainly think so. Social media is already buzzing with anticipation after spoilers hinted that Idris plays a significant role in Sam's emotional recovery. Fans have praised Coronation Street for continuing to explore mental health through younger characters with sensitivity and realism. Rather than relying on dramatic twists, the storyline focuses on genuine conversations and the healing power of friendship. It's a refreshing approach that resonates with audiences. Of course, this is Coronation Street, and happiness rarely lasts forever. While Sam's breakthrough marks an important milestone, his journey is far from over. Life on the cobbles always brings fresh challenges, and there will undoubtedly be setbacks along the way. But this time, Sam won't be facing them alone. He now knows he has people he can trust. Nick, Roy, and Idris have become a support network that gives him the confidence to face whatever comes next. As the storyline reaches its emotional conclusion, Sam stands looking across Weatherfield with a quiet smile. He's still the same intelligent, thoughtful boy fans have always loved. The difference is that he's no longer carrying every burden by himself. For Idris, the reward isn't recognition or praise. It's simply seeing a young boy rediscover hope after believing it had disappeared forever. The scenes promise to be among Coronation Street's most heartfelt moments this season, reminding viewers that sometimes the biggest breakthroughs don't come from dramatic events, they come from one honest conversation, one act of kindness, and one person who chooses to listen when someone needs it most. For Sam, that person is Idris, and the impact of their friendship could shape his future for many years to come. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Coronation.